on guys, JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the gargantuan preview of Manchester City taking on Liverpool in the Premier League. Before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Also, don't forget social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up as well. 100 likes is the aim, and do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Before I do crack on with this video, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by BetMate. They're running a special Manchester City v Liverpool pot worth £500, paying up to the top 25 places, £150 for the winner. It is £5 to join. It is made up just of Manchester City taking on Liverpool, which means you can select up to 6 players from each team. It's a free app to download. The links and details, they are in the description. It is available, this app, to anybody who is aged 18 years old or over. It is available in the UK only. If you use code JSGC10 on sign up, you'll get £10 in free bets, and you can use them free bets to join this pot for free. There are lots of other available pots as well, not just with individual matches, but you've got both teams to score, full-time results. We've got big prizes on them as well, so do go and check them out. It is a fantastic app. I will speak more about BetMate later in the video. Finally, if you are going to gamble, please remember to gamble responsibly, and when the fun stops, stop. So moving on to the match information. Huge match straight off the bat from the international break. The final one now until we hit March. Then we get another international break. At least it's not every month like it is through September, October and November. This match taking place at the Etihad Stadium for Premier League match day number 13 on the 25th of November 2023 with a 12:30 PM GMT kickoff time. Police and TV want this as an early kickoff due to crowd trouble in previous fixtures. Liverpool have had their away end restricted once more. They've been allowed more seats this season than there were last season. Man City will have a reduced allocation in response to this at Anfield as well. These two clubs, these two sets of fans, they simply do not like each other, which means it should make for a cracking game of football. Proper football, this one. Now, our opponents, Liverpool, formed in 1892. Some interesting facts about them. They're the second most successful domestic team in England behind Manchester United. Liverpool currently have 19 top division titles. Manchester United, they have got 20 top division titles. Manchester City on 9 top division titles in comparison. They are, Liverpool, the most successful side in Europe. In England, 6 Champions League trophies. Manchester City, in comparison, they've got 1. They are the one-time club world champions. We could be one-time club world champions next month as well. Liverpool are 8-time FA Cup winners. Manchester City are 7-time FA Cup winners. Liverpool are 9-time League Cup winners. We are 8-time League Cup winners. Liverpool are 4-time European Super Cup winners. We've got 1 European Super Cup. Liverpool have also won the Europa League, or the UEFA Cup as it was back then, 3 times as well. Manchester City have never won the UEFA Cup, to be fair. We've not been in the UEFA Cup or the Europa League now for, the last decade or so. So Liverpool, they are one of the most decorative, one of the most successful teams in Europe, and one of the most successful teams in England as well. And we are looking at a very prestigious, historic team. We will hear at the Etihad, "You'll never walk alone," coming from the away section as well. And in response, you will hear Blue Moon being chanted by the Manchester City fans as well. As I said, we have had a fair bit of aggro between the two sets of fans over the last 4 or 5 years, where this newly formed rivalry has started to bubble up and build up, as you are looking at, in my opinion here, the 2 best teams in England going toe for toe once more. You are seeing that Pep Jurgen Klopp rivalry, that Manchester City Liverpool rivalry bubbling up once more. Liverpool had a bit of an off season last season, but I fully expect them, as they've addressed their issues in midfield, to be right up there at the top of the Premier League season once more, and we could be seeing that little Liverpool-Manchester City battle going toe for toe, as we saw numerous years, which was absolutely exhausting. Anyway, Liverpool, currently led by manager Jurgen Klopp, find themselves second in the Premier League. In terms of their form, they've won just 1 of their last 3 in all competitions, drawing away against Luton Town, losing away against Toulouse in the Europa League, before beating Brentford at home by 3-0 at Anfield, so winning just 1 in their last 3, and their away form very recently in all competitions hasn't been too great from Liverpool as well. They've not won in the last 3 Premier League away games, drawing to Luton Town, and AFC Bournemouth, and the match before that they lost against Tottenham Hotspur as well. So this match, the fact that it's at the Etihad Stadium and not at Anfield, could be absolutely huge, and City do have a pretty good record under Pep Guardiola at the Etihad against Liverpool, and Manchester City are the best team in England right now when it comes to home form and their form over 2023, which is absolutely superb from Manchester City. So that could be absolutely crucial. This is a proper top of the table Premier League 6-pointer, and it could be massive come the end of the season with the result here, because Manchester City, they win this game, we could be looking at less than 3 points between us and Liverpool come the end of the season, and we'll look back to our matches against Liverpool and decide if our season's a success. We'll say, well, how did we do against Liverpool? Is that the reason for our success? And if we don't win the Premier League, we end up losing it by a couple of points, for example, which could well happen, and Liverpool end up lifting the Premier League trophy in May instead. We could be saying, actually, we dropped points against Liverpool at Anfield, we win that game, we're Premier League champions. So proper 6-pointer. Liverpool, Arsenal, City, they're all capable of hitting north of 80 points come the end of the season, so results against each other are huge. Liverpool are taking on Arsenal in December, and another big Premier League clash. We've already faced Arsenal away from home and lost that game, so home advantage could be absolutely crucial come the end of the season. So this match, to me, more pressure on Manchester City than Liverpool, but if Liverpool want to win the Premier League, they need something to take from this game going into their upcoming games. Man City haven't got it any easier in the Premier League as well. We've got Spurs at home coming up, Aston Villa away in our next couple of Premier League games, so very difficult. In terms of dangers for this game, Liverpool got a decent team, quality keeper Allison, got a good decent defence as well as good mixture of organisation and creativity there. Midfield's been addressed. They've added in players like Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, Mac Allister as well. So a decent midfield there from Liverpool. We've got a decent attacking lineup too. There's some big questions to come in about Liverpool. With Andy Robertson being out injured, I'm expecting Tsimikas to be starting in this game. The other big calls coming out from this, with Thiago being injured, I'm expecting a midfield lineup of Mac Allister, Szoboszlai and Gravenberch, who I think are all fit for Liverpool. The big questions come up top. Mo Salah going to be starting on the right wing, I suspect. Darwin Nunez is going to be starting up top. So it's all about that left wing. Will they go with Jota? Will they go with Luis Diaz? That remains to be seen in the big call there. At the back, I'm expecting to see Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back, Tsimikas left back, with Matip and Virgil van Dijk, their two centre-backs, and Alisson starting in goal. Jota could also come into the team as well. Harvey Elliott, he played against Manchester City before, could be another option there for Liverpool as well. Cody Gakpo could be another option, can play out wide, can play up top, can play in midfield as well. What do Liverpool want to do? Do they want high energy, high press? I think they do, and if they do, I think they'll go with that midfield there. Mac Allister, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch. That'll give them the energy to try and press Manchester City to force the mistakes. Let's not forget, we conceded 4 against Chelsea. We dropped points in our last game away from home. That was a high energy game. That was through Chelsea doing non-stop running, constantly pressing, constantly having to go and constantly attacking. And Liverpool will want to do that here. Go toe for toe. Worst case scenario, they lose this game. More than likely at Anfield, Man City lose that game against Liverpool. So Liverpool, they'll be going into this game wanting something, obviously wary of the quality of Manchester City, but will also be thinking to themselves, City could well go toe for toe and come out in a ding-dong battle, come out on top. But Chelsea did that in the last game and got something from Manchester City. And Liverpool have got the power, they've got the precision, they've got the players to do so, to do the same here to Manchester City. So City need to be tight at the back. They need to make sure there are no gaps, to make sure the man marking Liverpool's attackers out of this game. Keep it tight, nice patient build-up, work our way into the game, and most importantly, be clinical in front of goal. We can't be looking at a crazy 4-4 or a 5-3 again here, surely? No? Maybe? We'll have to wait and see. Now, moving on to Manchester City, formed in 1894 as Manchester City. We did form in 1880 as St. Mark's. So interesting facts about City. We are the current treble winners. We're the current Premier League champions. We've got 9 top division titles. We're the 7-time FA Cup winners, 8-time League Cup winners, 1-time European Super Cup winners, 1-time European Cup winners, and 1-time Champions League winners as well. Never gets boring saying that. Led by manager Pep Guardiola, we currently find ourselves in first place. So first place taking on second doesn't really get any bigger than that. So you can imagine the demand for ticket has been through the roof for this game. Current form for Manchester City, not really relevant, I don't think, because we've had a 2-week international break there as it takes the momentum away. But we had won 5 of our last 6 games in all competitions before we ended up dropping points against Chelsea 4-all in our last game. We are unbeaten in 6 games. We've got 9 wins in the Premier League so far this season from 12, so we do find ourselves top of the Premier League. So hopefully we can carry that on here and win this game as well. And playing City at the Etihad, it's a different ball game. It gets very complex. And speaking of very complex, takes us on to the injury news, and the Liverpool fans' foam was literally coming from the mouth when Manchester City player after Manchester City player was injured during the international break, and they were fearful that magically they're going to get better and they're going to be available for selection. Well, we're waiting an injury update from Pep Guardiola, so I'm just going to go through the information that we already know right now. Rodri training, he's back in training for Manchester City, which means he's fit to go in this game. Ederson never travelled on international duty with Brazil. He should be fit for this one. Erling Haaland picked up a knock. He should be good to go for this game as well. I imagine City may want to rotate a little bit for Erling Haaland, potentially in that Champions League match midweek against RB Leipzig. Matheus Nunes, he should be good to go for this game as well. Nathan Ake back in training, which is great news. He could be good to go. Sergio Gomez back in training. Again, he could be good to go. I'm waiting for updates on John Stones. Kevin De Bruyne, we don't know when he's going to be back either. He's not going to be playing in this game, but I suspect that at some point over the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll get an update on Kevin De Bruyne and how he's getting on from that muscular injury that he picked up right at the beginning of the season that's ruled him out so far up to now. And the one confirmed injury that we've had over the international break is Mateo Kovacic. He's out for 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not expecting to see Mateo Kovacic for Manchester City until we've taken on them difficult Premier League games against Liverpool, against Spurs, and against Aston Villa away from home as well. I expect to see Mateo Kovacic back for Manchester City in time for our away match against Luton Town at the beginning of December. I'm going to pop up my team prediction now with all that in mind. I think we're going to start with Ederson in goal. I think it'll be a back three made up of Kyle Walker on the right, Josko Gvardiol on the left. I don't think we'll run the risk of Nathan Ake and Ruben Dias through the middle. Diaz didn't have the best of games against Chelsea. I'm backing him to come out here, come back stronger and put in a good performance for City. Gvardiol over Ake. Ake does a great job on Mo Salah. Gvardiol's never really gone up against Mo Salah, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. Ake's just come back from injury. I wouldn't risk putting him out here in a game against Liverpool with the legs that they've got because the last thing we need is more injuries to any more of our players. The players that have picked up knocks and injuries, try and protect them and rotate them as best that we can. And in defence, we've got good numbers, we've got good options there. I give Nathan Ake that rest. In defensive midfield, I don't think we're going to have John Stones, so I think Akanji will go and sit alongside Rodri. And to me, the rest of the midfield's got to be made up of Bernardo Silva and Julian Alvarez in the absence of Kevin De Bruyne, and Alvarez having a good season so far for Manchester City. I think Foden starts in this game. I put him on the right wing with Jack Grealish on the left wing. It does mean that Jeremy Doku misses out. I wonder if Manchester City may want to drop one of the other options in midfield, a Bernardo or an Alvarez or a Foden, and make room for Jeremy Doku that way. That could happen. One thing I do think we will have is Jack Grealish for extra protection on that left side of Manchester City's play, mainly because I don't think Nathan Ake is going to be playing there, and I think Gvardiol is going to need a little bit of help. And defensively, I think Jack Grealish is much better than anybody else that we've got out wide, so I go with Jack Grealish for that extra protection there. As I said, it's important City keep this nice and close, nice and tight. Often when we keep things close, tight against Liverpool at the Etihad, we come out on top by the odd goal, so I'm banking on that being the option here for Manchester City, but we do need to be much tighter at the back. We can't afford to be conceding 4 goals in our last game. We can't afford to be saying we need to score 4 goals every game to make sure we're taking a point away from the game. Defensively, we need to be much better. In terms of my score prediction, patient. I don't think there'll be any goals in the first half. I'm going for 2-1 Manchester City. I think Haaland and Salah are both going to bag in this game, and I think they're both going to score from the penalty spot, and I think the referee will try and even this one up. And I think Manchester City will win it in the second half, but I'm going for Bernardo Silva. Why? He's the biggest shithouse out there. Bernardo Silva seems to hate Liverpool. He ups his game, plays a good game against them, so I'm going for Bernardo Silva to grab a goal, and it'll be a thing of beauty. Now, in terms of my betting tips for this game, I do think it's going to be both teams to score. I'm going for both teams to score, 40 plus booking points, Salah and Haaland both to score anytime in 90 minutes, and I'm also backing Manchester City to win this game as well. Moving on to today's video sponsor, BetMate. £500 pot, £5 entry fee. Links and details, they are in the description. Do go and check it out. Remember, use code JSGC10 on sign up and get yourself £10 in free bets. You can join these this pot and all the other pots as well using them free bets. 6 players from both sides for this game. Pot code available is FF-MCI-LIV. My team for this pot, I'm going with Allison. I think both keepers are going to concede. I think Allison's going to be the busier of the keepers. I think he's going to make more saves than Ederson. Allison, sorry, is my goalkeeper with Ederson on the bench. My defence made up of Kyle Walker and Trent Alexander-Arnold. In midfield, I'm going with Foden vice-captain. I will rotate that if Phil Foden isn't starting in this game, and I may put Rodri in there instead. As you can see, he's on the bench. I've got Virgil van Dijk as my defender on the bench. I've got Bernardo Silva and Foden then as my midfielders, and then up top I've got captain Erling Haaland. I have to, and I've also got Mo Salah in there as well. He's an option to be my vice-captain potentially if I do want to change things around. And I've got Darwin Nunez on the bench as well for Liverpool for making up this pot. Last note, remember, there's going to be no live watch along for this game, unfortunately. However, there will be a match vlog. I'm heading to the Etihad for this one. Massive game. I've got to be there. It's going to be a tremendous atmosphere. It's going to be a hostile game, hostile atmosphere. Things are going to kick off more than likely. I've got to be there. It's going to be quality content. So you do have a match vlog to look forward to. That'll be up after the game tomorrow. So do stay tuned for that. So there we go. That has been today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated. 100 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Do subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, BetMate. Links and details, they're in the description. And I'll see you all for that big match vlog tomorrow for this huge game between Manchester City and Liverpool. Football is back. Love it. Come on, City. We can do this. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be a fantastic game of football. Really looking forward to it. What an experience. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Sorry that I'm losing my voice. I don't feel too great, but there we go. Peace. Ciao for now.